Actors have become more public in recent years about the projects they didn't enjoy working on. Whether it was due to the script's content, their experience on set, or the critical reception of the film or show. Here are the 10 actors who admitted to hating their iconic roles. Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson has never been shy about his disdain for the Twilight franchise. The actor may have acquired heartthrob status as the fresh-faced, massively quiffed vampire Edward Cullen in the trilogy, but he was already saying that if he wasn't in the films before the saga ended, he'd mindlessly detest them. He commented at the time, "It's weird being a part of something. Kind of. Representing something you don't particularly enjoy." Katherine Heigl. Knocked Up. Katherine Heigl acted in this 2007 Judd Apatow comedy alongside Seth Rogen as a woman who becomes pregnant after a one-night encounter. But she said in a 2008 interview that she thought the part, and the film itself, was a touch misogynistic. "It paints the women as shrews, as humorless and uptight. And it paints the men as lovable, goofy, fun-loving guys," she said. "I'm playing such a bitch. Why is she being such a killjoy? Why is this how you're portraying women?" However, she later said that she didn't completely hate the film, adding, "I just didn't like me." Marlon Brando. A Streetcar Named Desire. Throughout his career, Marlon Brando played numerous classic roles, including Stanley Kowalski in 1951's A Streetcar Named Desire. Brando had already portrayed the role on Broadway and received an Oscar nomination for it, but subsequently acknowledged that he despised both the persona and the sex symbol fame it bestowed upon him. The actor referred to the character as a Neanderthal and a blue jean slobbermouth in his 1994 autobiography. Jason Segel. How I Met Your Mother. Acting in a TV program poses a unique set of problems, particularly if you find up in a sitcom with 9 seasons and more than 200 episodes. When Jason Segel portrayed Marshall Erickson in How I Met Your Mother, he was well aware that he was dealing with the biggest problem in the world. Playing one character for 8 years isn't what you're trying to do when your idol is Peter Sellers, Segel remarked in 2010. Admitting that he didn't feel he had much more to offer as Marshall. Christopher Plummer. The Sound of Music. Many admirers considered Christopher Plummer's performance as Von Trapp family patriarch George in The Sound of Music to be his best part when he died earlier this year. In a 2011 interview, the actor confessed that his portrayal opposite Julie Andrews in the 1965 film musical was one of his toughest roles because it was so horrible and emotional and mushy. It was so awful and sentimental and gooey. You had to work terribly hard to try and infuse some minuscule bit of humor into it. Halle Berry. Catwoman. Not every performer has the courage to accept a Golden Raspberry Award, presented to the worst films of the year. But Halle Berry agreed when she was named Worst Actress for Catwoman in 2006. "I want to thank Warner Brothers for giving me the opportunity to take part in this terrible film," she told the crowds. "This is what my career needed. Going from the top to the very bottom." Alec Guinness. Star Wars. Alec Guinness famously despised his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi in the first Star Wars trilogy so much that he refused to accept a pay raise. He called George Lucas' screenplay rubbish, adding, "None of it clarifies or even bears my character." He also called the filming process tedious to a degree, hot, monotonous, and indecisive. Yikes. Faye Dunaway. Mommie, Dearest. Faye Dunaway sought to give viewers a window into a tortured psyche when she agreed to play Joan Crawford in the 1981 film Mommie, Dearest. Instead, Dunaway stated in a 2016 interview that the picture was portrayed as camp, and that she was concerned that audiences would mistake her for the silver screen icon. "I think it turned my career in a direction where people would irretrievably have the wrong impression of me. And that's an awful hard thing to beat," she said. "I should have known better. But sometimes you're vulnerable and you don't realize what you're getting into." It's unfortunate they felt they had to make that kind of movie. Blake Lively, Gossip Girl. Blake Lively earned a reputation for herself in the mid-noughties drama Gossip Girl, playing teen-it girl Serena van der Woodsen, who is still admired by fans today. The actor, on the other hand, has previously ranked the show as one of her least favorite roles, claiming that she found the work unstimulating, and despised the character and the show's messages. "People loved it, but it always felt a little personally compromising," she admitted in 2015. "You want to be putting a better message out there. Here's hoping the Gen Z reboot might get that element a bit more right." Cher, Burlesque. Cher made her acting comeback in the 2010 musical Burlesque, starring alongside Christina Aguilera as a woman who manages a, you guessed it, burlesque bar. The film was a critical flop, and Cher has been outspoken about her dislike for it, calling both director Steve Enton and the script really terrible in a 2018 interview. She also expressed disappointment with her character's lack of a tale or romance plot, saying, "In Burlesque, which was horrible, I had no love interest. I was running this troupe. That's who I was. It could have been a much better film. It was always sad that it was not a good film." What do you think of these actors who happen to hate their iconic roles? Please tell us in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more interesting facts about your favorite celebrities.